Hello everybody, DOKKAN Assets here. Today we are back with a figure news flash video. That's right, I've never actually done a figure news video right as figure news came out. It actually came out 2 days ago, I'm sorry, I was busy the last couple days. Regardless though, this is just going to be a quick unedited video talking about some brand new figure news that is relevant to both Dokkan and the figure scope, the scale, the figure universe, bro. Let's get right into it. Not gonna do these videos too often because obviously I like to save it for my big figure news video, and we will probably talk about this again in the figure news videos, but I figured this was an important enough thing to cover considering while it's for both, and I also did say it would cover 6th anniversary stuff. So let's get into it here. Obviously this is going to be the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Collaborative 6th anniversary ICHIBAN Kuji, and let me tell you right now, oh my gosh, these figures look great. I have some that I do think are a little bit weaker than others, but man, oh man, do these guys look great for the majority. Let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit more detailed look at them. Wow, this is good stuff here. So we did know that these figures were coming. We did actually get a list of these a little while ago. We've covered it in a couple of past figure news videos. We've covered that these are the characters that are going to be made, but they didn't have the specific card that was going to be associated with it. Now, of course, now we know. We have the homie Godku here, and I gotta tell you, it looks fantastic. I love the flame effect. I really hope that's going to be like clear resin or clear acrylic or something like that. And the effects on the back as well. Oh mama, that looks real good. I like it. I like it a lot. I think his expression is really good too. This is honestly shaping up to be one of the best Godku figures in my opinion anyway. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I am super excited for this guy. I am definitely going to pick this guy up. He looks great. I really like it. We also have the Spirit Sword Trunks over here as well. I like that they did the whole like little background effect too, because I really didn't need to do that, but I really enjoy that. His face looks a little bit off to me, but it's definitely not the worst. Sculpting on the neck piece as well looks fantastic. Let's hope that that sword isn't bent, because it turns out that every Trunks scabbard gets bent, and I meant the scabbard, not the actual sword, because I'm sure the sword will be one solid piece, which will be nice. I hope it's not soft plastic, because if it is soft plastic, bro, then it's gonna bend like every other Trunks figure. But if it's hard plastic, or hard PVC rather, I guess I should say, I'm sure it'll be fine. It does look a little bit weird with the shiny hilt there, but hey, what are you gonna do? This is also a nice alternative to a really old Banpresto figure where the sword and Trunks came in 2 different pieces. Funny enough, that figure kind of looks like the Int Trunks art where he has the spirit sword, but nonetheless though, this figure looks pretty good. I will definitely be getting it. Also, considering that Banpresto figure is kind of rare now. Oh my gosh, we got a lot to talk about here. So let's go from side to side here. Personally, I think that Gohan is the weakest looking figure out of the bunch. He's got that banana hair thing going on, and obviously the key effect is probably the least cool out of all these. Literally is just a ball. They could have done some effects coming off of it, and I think his face personally looks the worst. It just looks kind of weird. Like, I think that his eyes are almost too far diagonally up. Like, if they took the edges of his eyes and pushed them down, I think it would look a little bit better. The sculpt overall doesn't look too bad. I do think that the shoes, funny enough, Piccolo's shoes actually look really great here. He definitely looks to be the weakest, which is kind of a shame, all things considered, but nonetheless, though, still a very good looking figure. It is definitely not the worst I've seen. This is also something that I'm very excited for, the Zamasu Goku, aka Goku Black. This is going to be a fantastic figure. The effect part is completely unnecessary, but so appreciated because it looks so cool, and that's obviously an easy way for this figure to be able to stand, and you don't really need any other kind of stand with it, which is going to be great for Godku and Trunks as well, because it looks like with Pan you'll probably need some kind of stand to prop her up, because obviously she's in the air, and you'll probably need some kind of foot piece with Gohan, but this figure looks great. I will say his face also looks a tiny bit off to me, but in a weird kind of way. I almost think it works for the homie Goku Black, because, well, the crazed look is kind of what he's known for. So definitely not bad looking at all, and I am very, very excited for it. And of course, we have the girl B-Pan over here, which is also a very nice looking figure. I think her face looks pretty good. It is a tiny bit different than the actual card art, but it is definitely not the worst one that I've seen, and it looks pretty good, all things considered. I am gonna be curious to see how they exactly do the white part, because to me it looks very odd. It kind of, I don't even know how to really describe that. There's like a look that I'm thinking of, but I can't really figure out how to put it into words. I'm not sure. It's a good look though, and I think it fits the figure quite well. It'll be interesting to see as well what the wings are made out of, because those look like they're going to be hard PVC. But that is basically everything that we know about this Ichiban Kuji as of current. We don't have the SP figure released yet, so we don't necessarily know what that's going to be. By the way, there are measurements in centimeters. I believe that's what that should be anyway, on the image right here. Yeah, it says cm, so I assume so, unless I'm just, you know, don't know what I'm talking about in terms of the size measurements. But regardless, though, this looks like a fantastic Ichiban Kuji. This, I will say, besides some of the faces looking a little funny, I can tell you that it is 100% so much better than the 5th anniversary Dokkan Battle Ichiban Kuji. The faces on all of those guys were awful, so I'm really, really hoping that the faces end up looking like these on the final versions, if not even better, because I would absolutely love that. I will be picking up every single one of these figures because they all look so good. I don't know if I'll end up keeping the Gohan, but I would like to do a review on all of them nonetheless. I will probably end up picking up some of the older Dokkan figures at some point as well. But besides the point, though, I assume that we will get the SP figure announced either you know, in a couple of days here or within the week, because that just kind of makes the most sense. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I will probably do a singular video on that. The only other thing to note with this is that Baggy does note here that Goku will be the lead marketing for this Kuji, which is pretty interesting, until the SP award gets revealed just before release. Overseas pre-orders should start next week. If, as it seems, we are following the pattern of the January OP Kuji. So Baggy thinks interesting that the SP awards should be announced right before release. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know. That could be the case, and that is good that I mentioned that also, since I thought it was going to be a week. But there is really no way to know, unfortunately, because obviously, you know, when it comes to the Ichiban Kuji, they announce things when they want to, and they announce certain figures whenever they feel like it. So again, take that with a grain of salt, whatever timing it is. I'm just glad that we're able to see these guys, because this is something that is definitely something to look forward to, especially if you like Dokkan, especially if you like Dokkan figures, especially considering last year's Kuji as well. But that is going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, as soon as we get that figure news, or as soon as we get the figure news and then I have the time to make the video about it, I will 100% be posting the video about whatever the SP figure is. Of course, keep your eyes on the Dokkan news, the figure news videos. I do them every 2 weeks for more information on just figure stuff in general. Check out the figure unboxings and all that good stuff. Again, I'm hoping to be able to get all these. I'm going to pre-order them all, so we'll see. Maybe I'll even do a giveaway with one of them. We'll see. But catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Dokkan 6th out. Peace.